The Spanish announce table.
Hello and welcome to T-Max Storytime. This is going to be a new segment where I take an idea or a concept and come up with my own storyline. So for longtime listeners, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This one's going to be a little bit different, where in the past you would give me, a time frame building to a certain pay-per-view and a certain set of wrestlers. For this first one, I got a couple request, and it was just Cesaro and his new push, What Would You Do? So this is going to be T-Max Storytime, the Cesaro push. The thing we're going to do is we're going to make him a babyface. I know he's been a heel in the past. He's been in heel tag teams. He's flirted with being a babyface. He had Paul Heyman as a manager, but I think the best possible use of Cesaro is pushing him as this wrestling machine babyface. So now that we got that set, let's get into the storyline. First thing I'm doing, I'm bringing back the King of the Ring. Why am I bringing back the King of the Ring? For a wrestling machine like what I want Cesaro to be, the King of the Ring shows that off perfectly. So to get Cesaro over, what we're going to do is we're going to have him win 3 matches, and we're going to have him show off his amazing athletic ability and his super cool moveset. So the first match that Cesaro is going to win is going to be over Otis. And what we're going to do here is we're going to show off Cesaro's strength. So Otis is going to jump off the top rope, do a crossbody, but what's going to happen is we're going to have a spot where Cesaro catches him, shows to the crowd what he just did, then throws him up on his shoulders, does a modified F5 or even a modified FU, something that gives Cesaro his little wrinkle on a move that we've seen before, but we're going to show off how incredibly strong Cesaro is, and we're going to have him get that victory, slowly moving him from this neutral wrestler to a babyface. So that's the first match. Okay, so now we're going to have some fun here. Now we're going to take him from flirting with being a babyface all the way to babyface. We're going to get the Cesaro section back after this. We're going head over heels in love with Cesaro. The IWC is going to write all of these blogs about how great Cesaro is, and how we're going to get that accomplished is Cesaro is going to beat Braun Strowman. Now, he's going to beat Braun Strowman, but what he's going to do in the match that gets him over with everyone backstage and the IWC and casual fans alike is we're going to bring back the swing. He's going to top what he did to the Great Khali. He is going to swing Braun Strowman until everyone is red in the face. We're going to lose count of how many circles he did. We are just going to go insane with how long and how strong Cesaro looks in this moment. After the swing, obviously, Cesaro is going to get the victory, and then he's going to move on to the final match in the King of the Ring, the third match, and it's going to be a good one. All right, so as we go into this third and final match, the winner of the King of the Ring tournament, we're first going to say this has some stakes to it. So one thing I'm really tired about with the King of the Ring winner is they just wear a crown and they're the King of the Ring. We need something more than that. What I want to do is I want to say that the winner of this King of the Ring tournament gets a shot at the Intercontinental Champion. King of the Ring tournament winner is typically a person who can wrestle any type of style. Well, the championship that goes best with that is the Intercontinental Championship. So we're going to have Cesaro in the finals taking on his former tag team partner, Shinsuke Nakamura. So there we go. We're going to tie up those loose ends to get him past this. Is he friends with Nakamura? Is he not friends with Nakamura? And we're not going to have Nakamura go heel or anything. We're just going to have a great knockdown, drag-out fight that has a winner, and then they both separate and do separate things. So the move, though, that I want Cesaro to accomplish, as we've had him do a different type of move in each of these matches. Remember, you go back to Otis and the crossbody, Strowman and the swing. This one is going to be European uppercuts. Cesaro is one of the best in all of pro wrestling with the European uppercut, and we're going to have him do it 37 million different ways in this match, and he's going to get over by just knocking the jaw off of Shinsuke Nakamura and picking up the victory. So now we have Cesaro as your King of the Ring tournament winner and getting a shot at the Intercontinental Champion. Throughout this King of the Ring tournament, over on the Intercontinental Championship side, that story is being told where Big E loses his championship to Daniel Bryan. Now, we can have that done any different type of way, right? So we can say that Daniel Bryan wins it in the Elimination Chamber. That's an easy way to do it. The ups and downs of a match. Daniel Bryan becomes your Iron Man of that match and outlasts everyone else. He is your new Intercontinental Champion. There you go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have Cesaro as the number one contender and your King of the Ring tournament winner taking on Daniel Bryan, the Intercontinental Champion, and we're going to acknowledge that Cesaro has wins over Daniel Bryan, which makes the champion a little hesitant to go into matches against Cesaro. So to kick off this feud, what we're going to do is we're going to have a normal Intercontinental Championship match on SmackDown, Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan, but what we're going to do is we're going to have a non-finish. We're going to have both guys counted out. They're brawling on the outside, not to where it's a blood feud, but just wrestlers on the outside suplexing each other, belly to belly suplexes, things of that nature. They lose track of where they're at really in the match, and they get counted out, so we don't have a winner. But Cesaro looked great in the match. Then we're going to do a rematch, and the same type of thing happens, where it's another non-finish, maybe the time limit. We can go back to that. That would be really fun. AEW does it. It would be cool to see if WWE did it. So we're going to have a time limit draw. Again, Cesaro looks great, but Daniel Bryan is your champion. So then finally, Cesaro gets on the mic and just says, hey, Daniel Bryan, I'm tired of this. I want one last shot, but what I want is to prove that I'm the better wrestler than you. I have past victories over you. It seems like the last 2 times we fought, we can't decide who a winner is. So let's just have what I did with Sheamus, and let's do a best of 7 series. So how we're going to wrap up this best of 7 series is they're going to go through all different types of matches. Dog collar match, submission match. They're going to trade victories up until the 7th and final match. And that 7th and final match is going to be a last man standing match. That is the ultimate proving ground on who the better wrestler is, at least in my opinion. Because you can catch me in a quick submission or you can get me on a roll up. But if you don't get up after a 10 count, that obviously proves that I am the better wrestler and I am the better man. And so that's what I want to have showcased for Cesaro here. And Cesaro's going to win the best of 7 series by a last man standing match, becoming your new Intercontinental Champion. Now we have Cesaro as our Intercontinental Champion. And what we're going to accomplish here is we're going to have him be the working man's champion. He's going to main event Smackdowns. He's going to be featured on pay-per-views, but he's going to wrestle everyone from every different style. So he's going to take on the Rey Mysterios. He's going to take on the Big E's. He's going to take on the Sami Zayns. But with everything that comes his way, he's going to be the pure wrestler that can beat you in the ring or beat you in any type of match that you think you can beat him in. And by doing this, we've elevated him to be almost a wrestling machine a la, Kurt Angle in 2006, right before he left for TNA. That's what I think Cesaro would be best at. And that's how I would push Cesaro in this T-Mac story time. So there you have it. That is my T-Mac story time, where I was tasked with giving Cesaro the proper push and how to elevate him into being one of the top guys on SmackDown. So what did you think? Let us know. You can send an email to tableshow@gmail.com. Give us your comments there. You can also leave a comment below. If you want to see another T-Mac story time, again, send us an email and give me some parameters. Give me some ideas, and I will work with what you give me and do another video for you. But until next time, keep on listening to Spanish Announce Table and check us out at SpanishAnnounceTable.com.
The Spanish Announce Table.